Why was I so reluctant to watch When Harry Met Sally? I couldn't tell you. That said, I'm glad that I waited until like #real fall to sit down, get cozy, and really get familiar with this beloved will they won't they. Prior to watching this movie, I actually had no idea what the movie was about. All I knew is that it took place in fall. People were obsessed with Billy Crystal's sweaters, and it was a romance movie. With clear eyes and a clear heart, I've come to realize that this movie is a romance, but it's actually also a really complex look at male-female relationships, friendships, and how they can evolve over time. Early in the movie, we learn that Harry, played by Billy Crystal, has a theory. Men and women cannot be friends because men are always trying to sleep with the woman. They have ulterior motives, if you will.
That's not true. I have a number of men friends and there is no sex involved.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You only think you do.
Interestingly enough, this is already a recurring topic in my life. Shout out Brookie Bear. My best friend Brooke has the same theory where she thinks that men and women cannot be friends. And we kind of gamify the entire situation where we will just name off people of the opposite gender that we went to school with or that we mutually know. And we'll just kind of be like, is that relationship platonic? No. Is that one platonic? Not really, because of this situation. So she's constantly bringing up this idea that men and women cannot be friends unless there's some type of common buffer. Her theory, and Harry's theory, has seldom been debunked. With that, I would like to present a question for the comment section, and I really need y'all to lock in. Do you think men and women can be friends? Do you have an example? Can you provide one? I need to know, because in my experience through this movie, in my life, it's rare. It is rare. And I would like to be proven wrong. And mostly I would like to prove Brooke wrong because she's just very adamant that it's impossible. Personally, I've always been close to guys growing up, but it was often through my brothers or boyfriends or some common denominator. And this is such a truly complicated premise to this movie. Also, hi, I'm Angie. Here we talk about the best movies that you grew up with. Thanks for being here. While I am remorseful that I had never given this movie a chance in the past, I am kind of glad that I found it in the time of my life that I'm in right now. Time is a recurring theme in the movie. When is the right time? When is the wrong time? How much time can pass before you realize things? What can happen in a year, 5, 10? I think this movie gave me a lot of hope for love and meaningful relationships. I'm 28. When we meet our protagonists, they are freshly 21, just graduated school, and they're headed off to the big city. Again, I didn't know anything about this movie, so now I'm like, oh great, they met the love of their lives at the age of 21, and movie's over. Pack it up. Now I'm feeling self-hatred because I'm 7 years late, and I haven't found the love of my life. Wrong. That's not what happened. They have this intimate car ride from Chicago to New York, and then they part ways seemingly forever. They have no intention of meeting up again. They just have a farewell, and then it's boom, nice to know you. In fact, they kind of hate each other a little bit. Well, Sally hated Harry because he was being weird. He was being weird, and why are you being weird to me while I'm stuck in a car with you for 2 days straight? You know, don't do that. Boom. Fast forward another 5. So they part ways. Fast forward again 5 years. They're 26 now, close to my age. They run into they run into each other at the airport. Sally's making out with her BF. She's obsessed with him, Joe. They reconnect again on the plane, and he's still hitting on her while announcing that he's engaged. And he's serious. The reason that's shocking is because Harry, how do I say this? He often thinks of women as like playthings, or at least that's what he portrays. Even as he's describing his fiance, he kind of frames it as like he's tired of like the bachelor game. He's tired of like the pumping and dumping of it all. He wants to be in a stable, committed relationship, and he feels like that's what he's ready for after years of just like playing around. Put a pin in that thought for later. They part ways yet again, and here's where things get interesting. Fast forward another 5 years. They're both 31 and run into each other at a bookstore. Harry and his wife Helen have gotten a divorce, and Sally and her man broke up as well. They're both vulnerable and heartbroken. What do? Not hook up, but form like a deeply emotionally charged and meaningful friendship between each other. They support each other and spend time in a very like platonic way. Now it's getting sticky. We have a classic enemies to friends to lovers situation here. And the burn was so slow. As I said, 10 years had passed from their original meeting at 21 years old to this now open, both single, both kind of needing support situation at 31. From there, they spend time together. They also date other people while also like spending time with each other. And now it's tough because they like know each other so well, and so they're hearing about each other's excursions through the grapevine. Harry's like, Sally doesn't even like baseball. Why would she be at this baseball game with this random dude? And Sally's like, Harry doesn't even like sweets. Why would he be with a baker? That's insane. They chat on the phone. They like watch movies together on the phone, which is like, I don't really know. I don't know. There's so much to dissect here. Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal's on-screen chemistry paired with this dialogue-heavy style of script makes us as an audience feel like we're just peering into a moment in time. Like we're just watching a relationship develop with these people. Like I didn't feel like I was watching a movie. I felt like I was like interrupting something. I felt like I was like looking in through an apartment window at like two people like twirling their hair and giggling their feet, talking to each other. Just observing like a real and organic relationship that's blooming. Even to this day, the two actors speak fondly of each other. Over 30 years after the movie has come out, their natural chemistry is what makes these characters' relationship feel magnetic. There is real love and care there. So much so that mid-movie, now I'm getting confused. Are we friends? Are we not friends? Are we more than friends? Are we flirting? Are we just friends? Like, I'm confused because I don't think it's clear. I think there was a genuine friendship there. And as much as I think some people like to be like, oh yeah, like it was slow burn. I don't even think it was slow burn. I think it was enemies to friends and then friends to lovers. They're kind of giving besties who love each other. I don't know why at this point they're not really exploring anything, maybe because she's rejected him now a myriad of times. Come to the movies with me. Go out with me. Let's spend time together. Let's sleep together. She says no every time. I don't know. It's very interesting because it's not romantic. I don't feel like an air of romance, but like they're actually becoming besties first. Obviously they end up together. Look at this. Spoiler alert. But like, is this real love or is this true friendship? And where does innocent platonic love end? And where does a passionate and romantic love begin? They continue with this platonic partnership for 2 more years until Sally breaks down over the news of her boof ex-boyfriend, Joe. I thought, Joe is getting married. Sally is freaking out over the news of Joe getting married. Sally breaks down. She's breaking down. She's like, Harry, why couldn't it have been me? It was supposed to be me. It's kind of a funny scene, the way that Meg Ryan portrays it. But putting yourself in her shoes, it really is like, damn, like Joe said he didn't want to get married. And she says it in the scene. She's like,
But the truth is, he didn't want to marry me.
Now she feels like she's not good enough. She feels a timer in the back of her head. She goes, I'm going to be 40. I'm going to be 40. Harry does go, when? In 8 years? She goes, yeah. That's on the horizon, though. Billy Crystal goes, if you could take him back right now, would you? Clocked her immediately. She said, no. But why didn't you want to marry me? Got it. So she's freaking out. And in a vulnerable state, Harry takes the opportunity to sleep with her. Yes, finally. And it's weird. It's definitely a weird time. He regrets it. Now he's being weird. He's being weird and distant. She was looking for something more out of this. He kind of ran away. He retreated. And this is what causes the no contact. This is what causes the running on New Year's Eve. In the iconic finale, Harry is running through the streets of New York to find Sally at a New Year's Eve party and profess his love to her and kiss her at midnight. It's truly a wonderful ending. And I really like how New Year's Eve was a bit of a recurring holiday for the two of them. I think that it's very significant in this revelation of, oh my gosh, she was right in front of me this whole time. I think it's important that that revelation comes on New Year's Eve. For those of you who don't know, because why would you? My favorite holiday is New Year's Eve. Christmas is cool. Christmas is wonderful. You get to be nostalgic. You probably reconnect with family that you haven't seen in a while, but you end up having to receive gifts from people who don't know your shoe size. And then you also have to give gifts to people who you have to like look up their Facebook profile to see whether they do silver or gold jewelry. You can't really tell in the lighting. It's weird. You avoid conversations about politics and relationships at the dinner table because there's just like this pressure. There's this weird pressure and this like feeling. I feel during Christmas time, I feel stuck in time because you're probably like by the fireplace in the living room that you grew up in. And that's fine. New Year's Eve, however, you get a complete 180. You get a whole switch up. You get to choose the people that you want to spend that holiday with, probably other friends and loved ones. And you celebrate the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. You reflect and learn from the mistakes of the year prior and really ask yourself, who do I want to be in the new year? Who do I want to spend time with in the new year? What do I want to spend my time doing? What do I want to prioritize in this upcoming 365 days? Which is why I think it's very significant that in one of their many like best friend phone chats, Harry mentions that if they're not seeing anyone by New Year's Eve, they should go grab dinner and be each other's midnight kiss so as to not feel like losers, foreshadowing their first New Year's Eve together. It's midnight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. And then they kiss. They share like a very fond, friendly kiss. There's a spark in the air. And then it withers away. Side note, why did we stop kissing our friends? You know what I mean? Why did we stop kissing our friends? Is it weird? I think my generation thinks it's weird. I think it was very normal for the generation above me or 2 generations above me. I think we should bring it back. And if you're an elder millennial or Gen Xer in this video, please comment down below why you think we stopped kissing each other as friends. I think there's something to be said there about Gen Z's lack of intimacy and connection, but I don't have the brain power to really like flesh that out right now. I think we should all start kissing each other in a platonic way. So they kiss at midnight as friends. And 1 full year later, Harry is sprinting through the streets of New York to profess his love for Sally. And I'm glad that it is on New Year's Eve that he realizes this is not only the person that I want to enter the new year with, this is the person that I want to enter the rest of my life with. Yes, Harry. Yes. There is hope for all of us, after all. Maybe we missed our shot at 21. And then again at 26, and then again at 31. But maybe at 33 and a quarter, you'll meet or find the one, or you'll just have revelations about the relationships in your life. Maybe on New Year's Eve this year, someone will be running after you. Maybe you'll be the runner. The world is your oyster. I hope this video brought you coziness and comfort. If it did, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And again, in the comment section, I need you in there. Can men and women be platonic friends in a real way without a buffer? And if so, I need receipts. I need examples because it's a really hard theory to debunk. And I'm glad there's a whole movie on it. Anyway, I love you so much. Bye.